Hi, fourth graders. This will help you with your Module 4, Lesson 13 problem set. This is for Mrs. Jackson's class, and let's see how this goes. It says, number 1, classify each triangle by its side length and angle measurements. Circle the correct names. She said, drag the red rectangle in each box. So I can just take this and put it over the answer. So when I take a look at this, I see that there's a line here and a line here. And if you watch the video, which is very important and you really should do, go back and watch the video in Mrs. Jackson's classwork right here. It's only 12 minutes. He basically does this whole paper. You'll see that this and this are equal lengths. And so when you have a triangle with two equal sides, that makes it an isosceles. And then this angle right here in the isosceles triangle is more than 90 degrees, so it has to be obtuse. Acute is less than 90 degrees, right is 90 degrees, and obtuse is more than 90 degrees. B, so this is probably the easiest triangle to figure out. All three sides are the same length. They have the lines here, so when all three sides are the same length, it's equal or an equilateral triangle. And because all three sides are the same length, then the angles have to be acute. This is a really good clue here. We see that none of the sides are the same length. There are no lines. So when none of the sides are the same length, that would be scalene. But right here, this little square here always tells us that that's a right angle, that this angle right here is 90 degrees. And so this looks like the same thing, except laying down flat. There are no lines here to tell me that any of the sides are equal, so that's scalene. But there's also no box here, no little square in the corner. So it has to be an obtuse angle because it's not a right angle and it's bigger than 90 degrees. Okay, number 2, triangle ABC has one line of symmetry as shown. What does this tell you about the measure of angle A and angle C? So this is the line of symmetry when they cut it here in half. When you have a line of symmetry, the opposite angles, that would be A and C, are equal. That means they have the same measurement. So the line of symmetry tells me that the opposite angles, that would be A and C, are equal. That means they have the same measurement. And if I took a protractor, I'd be able to measure right here and measure right here, and their angles would be the same. Number 3, triangle DEF has 3 lines of symmetry as shown. How can the lines of symmetry help you figure out which angles are equal? Well, if you're looking here and I draw from here down, the opposite angles D and F are equal. If I do it from here and I start from F, the opposite angles D and E are equal. And if I start at the vertex D and I put the line of symmetry, the opposite angles F and E are equal. So it says, how do lines of symmetry help you find out which angles are equal? The lines of symmetry help me determine that the opposite angles are equal. And that's almost the same answer here. They tell me that the opposite angles are equal. All right, triangle DEF has a perimeter of 30 centimeters. Label the side lengths. So I know we've done perimeter many, many times. Perimeter is when you add all the sides together. So if I started here and I wanted to walk all along the outside of the fence, the perimeter, the rim, how many steps or how many inches, centimeters would it take me to walk all the way around? And so if I know that the perimeter, I have to add all the sides. So I have 3 sides. So I have this side, and then I have to add it to the side down there, plus the side there because there are 3 sides. And when they add them all together, it's 30. I also know that this is an equilateral triangle. That means all 3 sides are the same length. So what number plus what number plus what number equals 30? That's the same number in each spot. So many of you could probably already do that in your head, but if you didn't, you could always divide 30 by 3 because there are 3 sides and the whole thing has to equal 30. And we know that 30 divided by 3 is 10. And that makes sense because 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals 30. So if the label the side lengths, we have to say each side is 10 centimeters because it is an equilateral triangle. And we know that all the sides are the same length. And I hope that helps.